more do we know about this arrest?
Well, it's a double development, really, in the last few minutes, because not only do we now know from the National Crime Agency that there's been an arrest in this cyber attack, we now know more details about the attack itself. Now, you'd be forgiven for having missed the fact that the cyber attack took place at all. It was on the 1st of September. It was against Transport for London, but it initially seemed quite minor because no transport was actually disrupted, and TfL's initial statement suggested that no customer data had been compromised. And today, well, that changed quite dramatically this afternoon. In a statement from TfL's Chief Technology Officer, they said that certain customer data has been accessed. This includes, they said, some customer names and contact details, including email addresses and home addresses, but also, crucially, some Oyster card refund data may have been accessed, and that might include bank account numbers and sort codes for what they're describing as a limited number of customers. Now, we don't yet know the scale of this. Rest assured, we will be asking them to see whether we can get some more information on how widespread it was. But then again, in the last few minutes, the National Crime Agency, who were called in by TfL last week to help them deal with this, have announced that they've arrested a 17-year-old teenager in Walsall in the West Midlands. Now, that arrest happened some time ago, actually, on the 5th of September. The teenager was arrested on suspicion of offences under the Computer Misuse Act and was questioned by officers at the National Crime Agency and then bailed. And the NCA says that it's still working with TfL to minimise any ongoing threats from this cyber attack. TfL has also said in the statement that they would be contacting any customers to advise them of any next steps they need to take. But then also, in terms of disruption to transport, they're reassuring people there is no disruption to transport. But one thing that is likely to be affected, they say, by the extra security measures they've had to bring in is that on the 22nd of September, an additional 47 stations outside of London were due to be getting contactless support. So you could basically beep in with your card and beep out again. That has now been delayed to an as yet undefined date, which they say is part of the security measures they've had to take. So no transport disruption, but potentially some quite significant customer data breach. Quite what the scale of it yet is, we don't quite know.